What's going on, Viking fans? This is Justin in Rochester with Purple and Gold for the Days. It is midweek musings in week 18. Vikings got this humongous game against the Chicago. Oh, wait, no, they don't. But hey, we're going to talk about it. A little bit left that gut punch in Green Bay. He played like yellow belly pigs. In fact, to call them yellow belly pigs would be an insult to yellow belly pigs with that effort, particularly on offense. We're going to talk about some playoff scenarios and what Kevin O'Connell said about what he's going to do this weekend. Kevin, don't outsmart yourself again. You've been doing that lately. Midweek musings right after this. Listen, we never like losing to our division rivals, that team to the east, but it might have been a blessing in disguise. Now, what could I possibly mean by that? Well, the 2 seed is gone. The 1 seed is gone. You had opportunities, and they're out the picture. Yes, they technically still have a shot at the 2 seed if they win against Chicago and San Francisco loses to Arizona. I don't know which is less likely. Arizona's got nothing left for San Francisco. They do not care and are playing for draft position. So it is not worth putting your players out there in Chicago when you know you don't have any other options to get that 2 seed. It is not worth putting your players out there against Chicago when the 2 seed ostensibly is gone. Sure, Philadelphia could lose to the Giants, but the Giants are already locked into the 6 seed. What in the world do they have to play for? The answer is absolutely nothing. They're going to be resting their players, or maybe they get a quarter to stay in rhythm. But that's their pseudo bye week just as much as this is for us. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go to the eliminated Washington Commanders team, but I just don't see them losing because they have an outside shot of getting the 1 seed as well. San Francisco, circling back to them, if they win and Philly loses, they get the 1 seed. So one more time, San Francisco's not losing that game. They've got everything to play for, kind of like how we did and didn't take advantage of it. But I digress. Even if you somehow got into that 2 seed, you're either going to face Green Bay, who is in a win and in situation. They don't need any help. The Detroit Lions, who need a win and Seattle loss, or the Seattle Sea Chickens, who would actually be the best matchup for the Vikings. But guess what? If the Sea Chickens win their game, which is part of what they need to happen, that eliminates the Detroit Lions. So why then is Detroit going to go all out to stop Green Bay? I'm not saying they still wouldn't to try to play spoiler. It is Dan Campbell. But guess what? You need Seattle to lose. You need them to be eliminated so that Detroit has something to play for, because we all know we don't want to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Having said all that, as far as the Vikings go, it's not worth the risk. You want to put Kirk Cousins out there on Soldier Field, even though the guy has been as tough as nails this season, he's taken a ton of hits. He needs to rest up. Okay. You want to put Justin Jefferson out on that field? No, thanks. Adam Thielen, even though he's kind of slowed down anyway. No, thank you. TJ Hawkinson, no, thank you. And by the way, this offensive line is nothing short of a walking mash unit. You play every backup you can. You put Nick Mullins out there, and guess what? You should still be able to put up some points against the Chicago Bears team because they're awful. But defensively, I don't want Patrick Peterson out there. I mean, yes, he's provided a ton of leadership, and he's got cunning and guile, but I don't want him out there. Don't want Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter out there. I want those guys resting. It's not 2019 anymore. There's a reason Green Bay let Zadarius Smith go. First 2/3 of the season, when he's got a full tank, he's a one-man wrecking crew. He hasn't had a full tank in a while. You can see the production slip up a little bit. I'm not saying it's zero, but it hasn't been what it was the first half, 2/3 of this season. You want to put Eric Kendricks, you want to put Harrison Smith out on Soldier Field? No, thank you. You rest up all these starters. You treat this as a glorified preseason game, which gets me back to Kevin O'Connell's comments about how he's going to play it out. Sure, as Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. In this instance, no, you don't. You play to set up yourself for the playoffs. Like we always say, just one before we die. Do I think the Vikings are going to get that far? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But give yourself the best chance. And guess what? The second best matchup would be the New York Giants, which is what you are currently sitting at. It is not worth putting your starters out there. Kevin O'Connell, if you're serious about this, then you're outsmarting yourself again. And oh, by the way, if you're playing possum, okay, fine. But it's a meaningless game. You're not getting any type of competitive advantage. So I really don't see where you're going with this. But hey, you are the head coach. At the end of it, for me, like, comment, and subscribe for me. Hit that share button and put some comments in there. Tell me you agree with me. Tell me I'm on to something here. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm on something. Either way, why did we have to show up like yellow belly pigs in Green Bay? Is beyond me. My partner, Mike Castellino, had said, well, we should probably play the offense for a quarter so that they get their confidence back and wipe the stink away from their performance in Green Bay. You're an NFL team getting into the playoffs. You've won 12 games. If you need to play a quarter against the Chicago Bears, who are trying to lose to get draft pick position, to get the taste out of your mouth, then you're even softer than I think you are already. So, no, I don't want any player of significance. You treat this like the preseason game. You know what? Kevin O'Connell, you came from the Rams, who didn't play any of their starters in all the preseason games, and you didn't do that this year when you got here. Let's go back to that strategy. That's the best thing for this team going into the playoffs. Thanks again. Midweek Musings is done. Like, comment, subscribe. Skol Vikings. Let's not get any injured in this game.